Hello everyone, welcome to Under the Hollywood Sign. My name is Faliex. My co-host is Myriam Brough. Hi Michelle.
Hi.
And our guest today is a producer, a journalist, and a passionate storyteller. She has produced captivating documentaries on renowned Hollywood personalities such as Hitchcock, Charlton Heston, Jane Kelly, and of course the iconic Roger Corman, for which she received the Best Documentary Award at the Beverly Hills Film Festival in 2022. Welcome to Myriam Brough.
Hello,
Myriam.
Hello, Myriam.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to
We
be
are
with
happy
you.
to.
We're delighted to have you.
Me too.
All right. Can I get started with your first question?
Oh, let's go.
All right. So, well, that's a question I ask usually everyone here, which usually tends to be a long one. Can you describe your journey as you said journalist, director, producer? How did you arrive here? Where did you start? When? How? Why?
We want to know
That's
everything.
Yeah, when, how, when. Okay. I was a journalist for several years in France. Basically, I was moving a lot. I was a reporter, so I used to travel a lot.
Were you on screen like?
No, I was writing.
Writing.
A writer.
All right.
And so, I went to. They used to send me everywhere, so I loved it because I love traveling. So I used to live in Africa, Asia, Europe, and even in I can't remember, Middle East. So
Middle East.
I traveled a lot and I did a lot, and it has nothing to do with the cinema. It was more like very serious stuff
News.
about the war and
boy.
earthquakes and everything. So I did that for so many years, and of course I got a little bit tired, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So someone just suggested that I could be writing about movies and actors, and so I said, why not? So I did it for a while. Then I got tired too, and someone asked me if I could do something in LA. They were shooting a movie. They wanted to shoot actually a movie about Marilyn Monroe. So they sent me here.
A documentary or a movie?
A documentary.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And so I came here, and I didn't know what to do, really. I mean, I was brand new in the city, and I was there with my suitcases, and I had to find out everything about Marilyn Monroe and the guests and her story. And actually, she lived in so many places, so I had to go and see all the places and try and find out if I could find some witnesses.
Yeah,
Which was, and I did actually. I found one, and he was her neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he passed unfortunately like 2 years ago, and so I enjoyed it. And
Because when you came, it was when?
That was on. In 2015.
Okay.
And
8 years ago.
Yeah, so they called me again and they said, so it went well, I loved it, and they said, well, maybe you could help us with a documentary, 2 parts series about the American, the history of the musicals, then the Marx Brothers. And
Wow.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So I went to New York and LA, and I loved America, and so I went back to France, and I thought, well, that's what I want to do, and that's what I did. I came back here, did some other documentaries, and finally I decided that I wanted to be a producer because I had so many ideas, and I wanted to be free.
So you wanted to be independent and
Absolutely.
create your own.
Yeah, I wanted
okay.
to explore my ideas and to produce and basically to earn more money. So it was like,
It doesn't pay to be a writer.
It does, but so
and to be able to choose what do you want
choose,
to film and to speak about.
that's what I did. And here I am, like
Cool.
8 years ago, just
So
doing
now,
what I love.
what is your company?
So I created a company with my associate, and it's called California Prod.
California
Of course,
Prod.
it's so easy to remember. And
I'm under the Hollywood sign, by the way.
yeah,
yeah.
it's just, I
Which
love
is the
it.
name of the show.
And yeah, so we basically work with French TVs, and we are too. And yeah, that's what I do.
Cool.
Do you have a particular affection for movie stars, or these projects seem to be focused on personalities? And
It's based on the history of American movies and of course Hollywood. So I'm not. I was never a big fan. I love movies, but I'm much more like, just trying to find out how it goes and what is it like to create movies, and especially on when it first started and everything. I'm more into the
process
history.
of building a movie. I mean, to create. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and as I was telling you just before, and I was raised in south of France, so I was it was like Hollywood over there when I was a kid, because I come from a little village next to Monaco. It's called Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat,
Yeah.
and where we used to have all the big stars, like even French or American
Yeah.
Hollywood stars. And so I went to school with their kids and everything. So I was more like, interested in the process of making movies more than, being a fan, actually.
Okay, yeah.
So I admire them, but I'm not a fan,
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, but yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I love them.
Of course, yeah.
Because
who
of their work.
doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
Okay, great. So let's go back about the prize you received.
yeah, the award.
Yeah. So explain us a little bit, because you did this documentary about Roger Corman,
Yes.
which is famous inside the industry, but maybe a lot of people do not know him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Roger Corman is like the mogul in Hollywood. He's very, very well known in the industry, because he's the one who launches all the biggest star. Like they all worked for him when they were kids. Really,
Yeah.
he called them the kids. We're talking about.
And a lot of are grateful for this.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what. So he launches like I don't know. He started with Jack Nicholson, Coppola, Scorsese, Ron Howard. So many. I mean, Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to and yeah, and Fonda and all. I mean, all
think
of
James
them.
Cameron too.
Yeah, James Cameron.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so we wanted to talk about all these, and we wanted that angle, and so we thought about it. And as he's like now, he was 96 years old, so it was. We were not sure we could make it, and
When
so
you say make it, to
we wanted him to be in the movie,
Okay, to be
and
part
to
of it.
tell his own
okay, yeah,
story.
yeah, okay.
As a legacy.
Yeah,
He had
yeah.
to talk about this.
Yeah.
And so I went to see him, and I said just like, that's my job, so I went to see him, and it went very well. And he started talking, and I said, well, actually, I went to see him for a different reason, and I said, while he was talking, I said, well, to be honest, I would like to make a documentary about you,
By
and
the
that's
way.
the only way I find
Yeah,
to talk to you. And he looked at me and he said, yes. So I was like, really? Yeah, I was like excited. And I said, so we'll have to follow you in your office, in your home. And
Yeah.
he said yes. Then I said, I would love to have, of course, your private archives. And he said yes. So I went like,
Your private what?
archives.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we wanted
Treasure.
The treasure.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, it was like a
Yoo-hoo.
dream. So I
Yeah.
went back home. That was before the lockdown and the COVID. I went back home, and then I thought, well, now that I got Roger Corman, I could call like Scorsese or
Yeah, because
James
now
Cameron.
you have the
Yeah,
the
well,
ticket,
the ticket,
the entrance
so-
ticket.
And so I called all the biggest ones: Scorsese, Coppola, James Cameron.
So when you say sorry, but I called
I called them.
Coppola.
Yeah, I did.
You
Francis.
Who?
Well, that's my job.
Francis,
My-
what's
yeah,
up?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, my job is to find how to get in touch with them, which
Okay.
is really complicated.
Yeah, it's
And
why I'm
so you
asking.
start with the office, and you start
Yeah.
with. You do a lot of research, and
Yeah.
of course, Roger Corman didn't give me anything, so
Yeah.
I had to. He's
Yeah.
very humble, and he didn't even know who was going to be there or anything.
Yeah.
We were free to do our own documentary without any first help, or he didn't want to know, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I was free. So I got in touch with them, and I didn't call and say, hi, Coppola, would you like to? But we went through a lot of procedure, and they agreed, so I was so happy. So Ron Howard, even James Cameron, he was okay, but there were problems with the date because he was shooting Avatar in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And
His
so we
excuses. His excuses.
I could have gone to New Zealand, but as a producer, I don't
That's
think-
expensive.
Yeah. So, and we did that with him and Peter Bogdanovich, and actually it was his last interview.
Oh yeah.
He passed, and
Wow.
so we did that movie.
So
How long did the shooting go for? How long did you shoot?
Well, it depends. Before it took like a year.
A year.
Because to prepare everything, and of course all these people are so busy. So
Yeah.
you just have to. Sometimes you have to wait like,
Yeah.
3 or 4 months,
Yeah.
and
there is the
schedules.
first time that you can't reach them
Yeah.
through a lot of things, and then you have to wait. Like
And then you have the schedule.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
people they move
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So we were able to manage all this, and we did Ron Howard, Bogdanovich, Alan Akush, and then unfortunately we had the lockdown. So
Right.
Yeah.
everything
March
stopped.
2020.
Yep, and so everything stopped, and it had the documentary had to be broadcast, so we gave up all this. But and a few months after, I was very surprised because everybody wanted the documentary. So
Yeah.
Santa Barbara Film Festival called me and they said, we want to do the premiere in here, and could you have Roger Corman coming with you? I said, yeah, well, and I'm going to try. And then that's it. It was like a wave. We went everywhere, like film festivals everywhere. And I took Roger with me, and
he was 90. What?
yeah,
90
96 he
Wow.
was. Now he's 97.
Yeah.
And it's funny though, because for the premiere in Santa Barbara, I was sitting next to him, and it was crowded, and I was like very nervous because he was going to see the documentary
for the first time. You
Yeah.
didn't see it before.
No, never.
Wow.
That's Roger. Never. So I was like
Yeah,
shaking,
like,
I was
what's the
sitting-
reaction?
And I was
Pressure.
sitting next to him, and it was back on the movie, and he
Yeah.
was like, I could feel that we had his brother
Yeah.
too, and his brother passed just in the middle of shooting too. So he was like, I could see
Yeah,
that
it
he
was-
was sometimes laughing and everything, and he loved it. He just hugged me and he said, "That's my legacy, and I really love it."
Cool.
And that was my best award. Definitely.
Yeah, of course,
it's just so we won
And
that.
it's the only documentary about him?
Well, there was one, I think, in 2000 or 1990 something, but without all these filmmakers, and it's the only documentary where he talks about himself. So we wanted him to. This is his
it's
legacy.
part of it, so it's
That's
the documentary.
So where can we see it?
So we
it's,
have
it's on streaming on Voodoo, and it's called Roger Corman, the Pope of Pop Cinema, and it's for the American audience. And it was in France like last year.
Oh yeah, it was
diffused. Co-producer is Canal Plus and C+.
So we have the
trailer.
The trailer. So let's have a look.
Roger Corman is definitely a legend.
Roger was always called the king of the beat. He was making drive-in movies and he was making low-budget movies.
He's such a great producer because he's famous for keeping things on budget and making $1 look like $10.
Roger Corman paved the way for that kind of big movie pop experience.
He gave a lot of people a start, whether it was Marty Scorsese or Francis Coppola or me.
Peter Bogdanovich,
Jack Nicholson,
James Cameron, Ron Howard,
Joe Dante.
The whole schmear, the whole business is populated by people who went through the Corman School. It's quite a legacy.
If Roger's not the godfather of Hollywood, I don't know who is.
He was a very important teacher. I always feel I was a graduate of the Roger Corman University of Professional Filmmaking.
He would throw you in the water and say, swim. If you couldn't swim, you drowned. That's okay. Then you don't do any more pictures.
So if Roger didn't exist, the movie business would have had to invent him.
Under the sign. Hollywood sign.
We exploded. We forgot Joe
Okay, cool.
Dante.
Hey,
Yeah, Joe
congratulations.
Joe Dante, one of my
That's-
favorite Italian.
It's great, yeah.
Oh yeah, all the
Gremlins.
classic horror stuff. Yeah,
And then, boom.
well done.
So
Thank
congratulations.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I have some pictures. So this is a trophy.
Yeah, that's the beautiful. I love blue, so it was welcome.
But
It's
blue
in my
or
living
it's
room.
glass and it's blue behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So
those are,
this
yeah,
is-
we had a lot of articles. So this is Télérama, I think, and
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's Roger. That's Santa Barbara, I think. Yeah.
He looks pretty young still.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
good.
And it's very sharp, and you know,
Yeah.
still he remembers everything, and I just love him. Yeah, that was an interview or something. We were very close now. You know, that's that
This
was
is, yeah.
premiere somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Ron.
Ron Howard.
I love him.
He's great.
Yeah,
He's
Ron,
so cool.
if you see us,
Yeah, he's,
You're
please
next.
come back. Come to us.
he's such a nice person.
Oh yeah.
So talented. Yeah.
And
this
is
yeah.
you.
Wow.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in Cannes this year, where Roger Corman was there, and actually, I don't know if you've seen that, he had a standing ovation
Yeah.
with Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, and well, I just finished shooting right now, so I was shooting in LA. So, yeah, that's funny
It's
though.
touching.
And I think I have another thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's
this.
TF1. Yeah, you know TF1.
We know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that was because we made a movie about Romy Schneider.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, because we see document Alain Delon
and Romy Schneider. Yeah, it's just
50 minutes inside the show.
absolutely. Yeah, it's a French show. Yeah, well, it's a good memories.
Cool.
I bet. Yeah.
It's great, you know, to come in LA, to come in Hollywood, and making documentary about all those famous
Yeah.
people, you know, and then when you get one, you call the other one to speak about the first one, and they say yes, and they are happy to do it, and it's just a dream.
Yeah, but
for a lot of people, you know.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but I just want to mention that I've been here for 8 years, and you know, it's not that easy. First, you come, and you really have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to work like harder than you know. It's
and this is why also it's great to have you here because we'd like to know what is the process. You know,
I have
somebody,
I have burning questions right now.
You know. How do you do this?
My head is burning with questions.
Absolutely.
I'm burning.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm about to go on flames.
Yeah, go.
So what is the daily life of a producer?
Okay, so you mean before the red carpet and everything?
Yeah.
This is the
before the makeup and blah blah blah.
Yeah, we've seen the end result.
Yeah.
We know what it looks like at the end, but how does it start?
Well, first of all, I mean it's it looks glamorous and everything, and it's nice and great, but it's a lot of work. So first of all, you have to find an idea.
Right.
So, either people send you an idea, or you have to create your own idea.
So you could be a producer for hire, or you could be you produce your own show.
I mean, I can have ideas, and I mean,
And
so
sell
far
them.
no one sent me a great idea, so I don't know. I'd rather write my own idea with my associate. So we come up with the idea, then we go to France, and we ask the TVs if they're interested. That's the first process.
First in France.
First, yeah.
Okay.
That's
where the money is. We have more money in France.
No. It's totally different. Those documentaries are made for France, and there are some orders. I made another one myself as a filmmaker for another. You know, it's
for
different.
another market.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have to find the money. Then when
Exactly.
you find money,
which is
the
job of the producer.
So you're coming. I've got this idea. Here is what I want to do. Give me 100,000.
Yeah. Well, they will say, "How much do you need?"
Yeah.
Then
this is when you multiply by 5.
You do
and add 10,000.
And then when you got the money, you have to find out if it's possible. I mean,
Well, of course, you didn't do the budget before.
You do. You have to say, well, this is for them a limousine. And no, it's not. And you have to find out if there are, before you do the budget, archives, how much it costs, music, the editor, I mean, it's so many things, and the traveling, and the filmmaker, and the crew, and the
all the documents we see on the movie, there is license to get it.
Absolutely.
All the music we see, there is license to get it. So
you pay for everything.
You pay for everything,
which is normal. I mean,
of course,
people are not working.
But
for
depending of the subject, it's expensive or not, or really expensive, or
that's the thing.
So,
then you decide, and then you have to find out if it's possible. I mean, like I don't know, Marilyn Monroe. I like to make documentaries with the families. Because you know, you can have some. I like very private archives, and we don't want to do a documentary about Marilyn Monroe and okay, she did that and that. We want something new, and that's why
intimate or what?
Something different,
a more personal angle.
Yeah, because
we all know about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, because when they say Marilyn Monroe, there is a lot of things about Marilyn Monroe. So, what is your way to find, you know?
Well, that's my job.
Yeah.
And believe me, that's the stress, because you really have to find the right people.
Yeah.
The right archives. That's what I did with Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly, I knew his children never wanted to talk or anything. My job was to call them, to explain to them, I wanted them to trust me.
Yeah.
And that takes time.
Yeah.
And so you have to do it with a lot of respect, and, you know, showing them what you want to do. And And I end up, I had his daughter in New York and his son in here in Beverly Hills. Then suddenly they opened the door and the archives, and I had his Gene Kelly's car and clothes and everything. It was amazing, and that's what I like. It's the
Right.
challenge. It's just like
personal
something
life
different.
that people don't see from the outside.
Who's the real person? I mean,
Right.
we're not
Because
into
you have this responsibility to transmit the real stuff. I mean,
Absolutely.
and not making your story about him. You know.
No, I mean,
it's, you have to translate the real life. So
the
more-
reality.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And and you have sometimes you gotta like nice guests, but you decided not to talk to them because they're not saying what they were supposed to say, or
Yeah,
and we are not into gossips. So sometimes it's just like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna, So that's the job. Then
because there is a job also you have to do when somebody tells you something, you have to check.
absolutely.
Because maybe you can say
Absolutely.
some bullshit.
That's why it helps a lot, because
Yeah.
I was a journalist, and
Yeah.
the facts. I want the facts.
Yeah.
And, I mean, so I have to.
So
to
you have
find
this
out.
angle of journalism.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah.
And then when you got all these, you have to prepare the crew, and the questions, and everything, and the music, and the editor, and so it takes time.
Yeah.
Then when it's finished, it's great.
So,
I love it.
what would you say is the average production length of a documentary? Like, I'm assuming an hour documentary, something like that.
We are broadcasting. It's 52 minutes. In America, it's 90 minutes. So,
Right. So the longer here.
We do with Roger Corman, we got so many footage, and it's it depends for which country.
Right.
So, but usually it's 52 minutes, and believe me, 52 minutes you have to put a lot of things on it, and sometimes it's frustrating because it's just
Right.
you have to cut. You have to cut.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you have a lot of archive
hours,
and you have to,
hours and hours and hours, and it's just
you have to
it's a hard
choose between
work.
this or this.
Absolutely.
So does that mean you have to wear a different hat during the day?
Well, I have to be. I like putting my nose everywhere. So, I like that because I love that. So, I always have the. We work with a team. So of course we are lucky to work with the same team like since 4 years now. Yeah. So they know exactly what we want, and
you get used to
sometimes
to
it's
work
no.
with people,
I can say no, and
Right.
every documentary is different, and it's fun.
Do you like to supervise every phase of everything? Like recording, the light, the sound, the editing, the cutting, the...
Yeah.
Like
it's just,
Are you,
I'm the one who makes the
this,
questions, and
I do understand, I'm the same.
Yeah, I have to, I mean, it's just...
it's your project,
and once it's done, it's done. So you have to make sure everything's
it's our
right.
responsibility.
And,
So it just, you better...
So
because when you write something, you know exactly what you want, but that doesn't mean that the other person knows it. So you better be there. It's
so
your
you
baby.
would describe yourself as a hands-on producer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but
notice the gesture.
Yeah, but
you have to.
When we say producer, we think about the people who make the money, But you are a producer, but executive producer also, which means you do all the things to execute the documentary.
Absolutely. But those the producer by the jacuzzi with a cigar, it's over.
That's
you
what
really
we
have
like.
to. It's okay. It's Hollywood, but I'm not by my swimming pool, or you really have to be there with the team, and it's a part of the job.
How much is the preparation job for what I'm saying by what I'm saying by preparation is the non-shooting part of it must be huge. The phone calls, the permit, the license, the negotiation, the collecting the documents, the going through the documents.
Oh my God, it takes a lot.
That must be
especially when you go to shooting in New York or San Francisco.
Are they
or
difficult
the
for permits?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. So it's that's
why I got arrested in San.
That's not my favorite part of the job, but oh God, yeah. So much stress and. So it takes months. And months and months.
Do you prepare everything like all the legit stuff, blah blah blah, or during the process you have to do everything? You see what I mean? Yeah.
Do I have to prepare? Yeah. Well, I it's just you never know tomorrow how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So you better find the idea and change the plans. And but when you're shooting, you change your plans all the time. So you better be prepared. Sometimes you're going to see people that got nothing to say, or or sometimes it's there's not enough light, and or the editor is sick, or it's just, or you're late because it's LA. So basically, you work in a car when you go to an appointment. It's just like.
You mean there is traffic in LA?
It's just like sometimes.
I heard the story, but it's not true.
It's so embarrassing because in the beginning I didn't know a lot about it, so I used to be late a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It creates a reputation.
Yeah. Then I explain, I come from France. Didn't know, but now I can do it in time. I know exactly.
Yeah.
Just you learn. But every
and so there is different steps. What do you like the most? I mean, to begin a project, to do it, to see it at the end. When are you satisfied?
I like
to
have the idea. So I'm always writing something.
Okay.
Some are good, some are not, but that's I love writing. So, and I love when I start shooting. That's my favorite part because it's it's that the baby's coming. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
and all you have in your head is
it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love to see it with the audience. Like when I went to see it with Roger, and it was like, you love it. That's.
And when you have an idea, do you ask people, or you wait to be sure, and
I have
then
to
you
be
do
sure.
it.
We got like 10 ideas a day, and just first you have an idea, then you have to find out if it was made, as you mentioned. I mean, what about making a movie if it was made like 2 years ago? So it's not. But it's just writing and writing. So my place, there's writing everywhere. It's just like sometimes I wake up and that's a good idea,
In the middle of the night. So
it happened. It happened.
I get that.
Cool.
So in the middle of all these processes and this flow, what do you think constitute the biggest challenge for you? What is the most complicated part? The one you struggle with.
To reach people, or to set up.
Was it getting the money, maybe?
No, because it's to please the audience.
So that's
just when you go
end.
to the. It's very when you go to the film festivals and that's important because you make the documentaries for the people, right? So when you go to the film festivals or when you're in a theater, it's to see the people. And so far we're kind of lucky. We people basically they love Hollywood and stories about Hollywood. So it's quite safe for us, it's not it's just
I see what you mean. It's something that it's secure in the
it's
fact
secure, when you want to talk about an actor, there's always an audience.
Do you check numbers, like streaming numbers and streams?
Of course.
Every day.
every hour.
every 10 minutes.
Hold on. No. Yeah, we do, of course. It's important because if a documentary is successful, that means you can make the next one.
Yeah.
And people trust you. So, I mean, it's a business too.
You have to be bankable. So
absolutely. And so now it's just like, but after all these movies now, when I call people, they go through IMDb and they say,
so
she done that and that and that.
Yeah.
And when you have an award and everything, it's helpful.
Yeah,
It helps.
of course. Yeah.
So
You have to build it, but then
it takes years to build that, because in the beginning, when you call them, say, "Who are you? You know, what did you do?" "Oh, nothing. I was journalist, and I'm just like, okay, call me back in 3 years." You know, so it was hard.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was.
But you made it.
Well, I'm doing my best.
Yeah, of course, but you know.
Are you working on a new project right now, or you in between?
We're always working on
Always.
new, or maybe 2 or 3.
Two or
Definitely
three.
at the same time, yeah, of course. So we, our last documentary is about Maurice Chevalier. Maurice Chevalier is a French famous actor, and people don't know that actually, but he was the first to have an award and an Oscar for his career, and that was. He was the French, the first
It
French.
wasn't for a movie particularly, but
No, it was a
was for
lifetime, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so he's very famous in here too, in Hollywood. Yeah. So we've been selected for the Palm Springs Film Festival. We had the premiere over there, and it will be on French TV on 2023, I think the end of it, or just before Christmas or something.
in a few months.
Okay, a few months. Okay.
In a few months, yeah.
We can wait.
Yeah.
But still,
Thank you.
you're making the documentary in English, and when
Yes.
it's broadcast in France, the subtitle or
Well, absolutely. But for Maurice Chevalier, we were lucky to have his niece, because basically there's none alive anymore, just his niece. And she speaks French, of course, and some writers or biographer, they're French. So it's a mix,
okay,
French and English.
okay.
Is that a creative decision to dub or to subtitle?
It's normal. Because we do sell it in England and in in different countries, in Poland, and so we have to be, subtitles, and it's like.
So who owns the right to the project? Since you collected money from the channels, the French channels. So who owns really the royalties to the project, the rights?
Well, the filmmaker and my company.
Your producer.
Good question. Well, the TV, then us, because
so it's a partnership.
Of course. Yeah. It's just
okay.
Absolutely.
Yes. So when maybe if it's too if you sign a project with a French TV, for example, so you can do the project.
Of course.
But then you can sell the project in other TV. You have to wait an amount of time, or
there is
opening
second window.
No. We have to wait, definitely.
Yeah.
But the TV can sell it, and even we have another distributor who can sell it to a foreign country.
Yeah.
That's why I think Maurice Chevalier is already sold, and Roger Corman was definitely, and Gene Kelly. Poland, and actually I can see that once a year at the end of the year or something. Yeah. But I know that it's broadcasting in different countries. Japan and Italy and
which is good. You have
the more the better.
Different markets.
Because it's Hollywood, so they all know them all over the world. So Maurice Chevalier, it's in Belgium and Switzerland, I think.
As well.
It's just,
Is it complicated to track cash flow, to do like financial prediction? This is the financial person in me.
Yeah, he loves money. It looks like he wants to be a producer or something. You know?
I could produce that.
It's just,
I'm gonna end up producing this show.
Okay, let's talk about money. This is America.
I mean the cash flow tracking, the movement of money.
Well, the movement of money, it's French money because it's French documentaries or movies. So everything goes to France.
Yeah,
We're
you
paid.
speak about royalties.
We get paid in France.
Yeah,
and
royalties
the crew is paid in France. We have to. And of course, I mean, we don't pay the guests and everything. So,
right.
Yeah, it's totally French.
Okay.
Even if it's called California Prod. But it's French.
It's paid in euro in France.
Except my future. Yeah.
Aha.
So you're gonna do.
I wanna.
American project.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm working on it right now.
Yeah. You're here.
That's what. Yeah.
Cool.
Voilà.
Et voilà.
Et voilà.
So, do you have? What can you say to a young people wants to do a producer?
Well, go for it because I mean we're in LA, we're in Hollywood, so you have to try. And
everything's possible.
I think it's possible if you if you have a good idea and if you work hard, and you know, and it is possible.
Is there any specialized education, like a school for producer or
I mean,
university?
you have to be. I think you have to be smart.
Number one requirement. Have a brain.
To be smart, and you gotta know what you want to do. And I mean, why not? Just
do you have? If you have an advice, do they have to do short movie to begin?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, of course, because I mean,
TVs
are not going to show you, follow you or anything. You really have to start with small, you know, just.
And to know the code of every job you have in documentary, that's good, you know, to begin by short movie, so you know. A little bit about the light, a little bit about the shooting.
You have to know everything and to do everything. You could be, you know, just, but go for it. Of course, I mean, you can dream. Everything is possible. And I did it because basically I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know anyone in here or anything about Hollywood or even about Marilyn Monroe. I wasn't even a fan. So why not, you know, just try.
Yeah.
And it goes for everything, you know, just try and go for it.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. So,
I have more questions.
Oh, go.
Money.
Go.
How
much cash do you?
How much cash do you carry today?
Come on.
No, the question is probably a little technical. You said you write everything.
Yeah.
How do you approach editing then? Is for you editing is a consequence of you writing the milestone that you create when you write the questions, you write the storytelling, you write the sequence of the flow.
When you write a project, you already know the angle.
Right.
So when you want to meet people, when you go and meet them, you know exactly which question you're going to ask because of the archives and what the other one said. So,
right.
I mean, if, for example, if you say, I did a movie in 1960 something and it was called Hollywood, so there is an archive. So I would want you to talk about this movie.
Right.
And that's why sometimes when you go and see people, we always have the same questions, you know?
Yeah.
And so the editing is following the questions, the answers.
The script.
And you just can't improvise.
Right.
You're not gonna,
just following the script.
basically, if I'm talking to you right now, we're talking about that. You know.
Do you have surprises, like, for instance, they go off script?
Of course. Oh my God! Yeah, they're definitely
gossip.
Oh my,
Gossip.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, it's just actually, yeah. Or it's just I just can't tell because first, some of them are friends now, and yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have some. Maybe if I write my own book, my biography will be like 100 a year, and they won't be here anymore. But yes, there are a lot of. I've learned a lot, but I still love Hollywood. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course. So, do you have another question?
Yeah, I mean, we always. We talked about the advice for a young producer and stuff like that. I'm just curious. There must be some universities to learn that job. There must be some.
There is some school.
There are schools
in Hollywood.
There are schools.
Film school.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Any experience working with people that have gone to those schools? And
I did once, and yeah. Well, you wanna? Yeah. Okay. That's a kind of gossip. I did once.
You went to school?
No, but I worked with a young man who wanted to do that. I took him with me, and he did something I hate. So I went to see that person. He's a filmmaker, and he went to see him, and in the middle of the interview, he took off his picture and his CV and said, "Oh, I did that and that. Could you?" And I said, "Okay, yeah."
That's not very appropriate.
Yeah, that was one of
bad.
the It's just.
So he was selling himself.
Yeah, but he was very, very talented. They learn a lot, and it's just.
Maybe that's what they teach you at university.
Yeah, what they teach.
Forget the project. Sell yourself.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it's a very good school, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's best schools are here.
Yeah.
So
for cinema, you mean?
Yeah, there
of
is
course.
a lot. Yeah. Even for makeup, for
everything, even for music too.
Of course,
it's just
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to school together.
we know each other from school.
He's going to go back to school now. He wants to be producer. I can feel it. Yeah.
I'm working on my financial background.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Any famous? No, I'm not done. No, why do you want to restrict the creative flow?
No.
Questions.
Go.
I do have questions.
Okay.
What was my question again?
How much did you earn?
No, I don't know.
No, I wanted to ask something about. That completely jumped out of my mind. The creative pressure was so strong.
No, maybe because you began. Do you have a story or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I have story?
Any funny
I'm
story?
following.
At least someone is listening. Any funny story that you can comment on or say on, during the show without, naming anyone?
Okay, I can't name it anyway. It's just, it's always funny when you go to families. Big stars are always, basically sometimes they do have different families, 2 or 3 families and everything. And it's always the kid saying, if you go and see the other family, I want to talk to you. Or, what did the other one say? And you're like in the middle of, I don't know.
Are they fighting against?
Yeah. It's,
for the truth.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own truth.
Yeah, that's. So you really have to learn how to behave with them, and but you'll find out that sometimes the truth is not where you're expecting it. So that's
in addition to being tactful and diplomatic and inspired trust,
you better be that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just that's why I never mention them, and then I never give any addresses or phone number, which is normal. I mean, these people trust me, and they trust me with their story, and sometimes with their families, and so I just I like to work that way. So I just, as I said, I'm not in here for gossips, and because who cares really, just there are humans just like us. So
Of
you all
course.
are good or
Right.
beautiful, or
Yeah.
that's not the purpose of the
Yeah, and
documentaries.
documentary is not.
Yeah, it's just, but
cheap,
it's funny though. Yeah, well, sometimes you, yeah. One day I was, we were shooting someone, and there was a naked woman walking in the middle. Okay,
In the house.
when she came, okay, thought, all right, why not? Just like okay, and yeah, there's so many.
Name and address of the actress.
Or the animals.
On the animals.
I'm lucky because they all have pets,
Yeah.
and I love animals. And oh boy, try to shoot when you have a cat or a parrot or dogs. There was a parrot screaming all the time. You just can't shoot, Or the dog, the cats playing with the wires and. But that's so funny too. It's always cute.
It brings like a human dimension.
Absolutely, they're all
Pet dimension.
pet dimension.
It's not human.
But the parrot was so funny
Yeah.
because he was like saying
Words.
kind of bad words, and
Maybe
it
he
was
had the truth.
and he was like
the only one.
and screaming,
You
and
should
that
have
was-
interviewed the parrot. He knew a lot.
So.
But that was so embarrassing because basically he teaches him bad words, so he was like, okay, cut,
Well, they repeat what they hear all day long, right?
Yeah. So,
All right.
so
Okay, cool. So
I'm gonna drink
drink
some water.
and thanks.
Before any famous last words.
So Michel, you okay?
I have more questions, but we don't have enough time.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I'll ask to the next guest.
yeah. Next
then
guest will be
we
a
are in the
singer.
question 26 or 27. Okay. We don't care about the personality or whatever.
Doesn't
We have
matter who you are.
just a list of questions.
How much
That
did you
we-
earn? The guy will be like,
Which sushi do you like?
Okay.
oh boy, it's already finished. It was great.
It goes
Yeah,
fast.
I hope you
well,
like it.
Time
yeah.
goes fast.
That's a wrap. Like they
Yeah,
say.
it's a
It
wrap.
goes fast, yeah.
So thanks a lot.
Oh, well, yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you,
I
yeah.
loved it.
And
It was great.
Yeah.
We had a good fun. Even before.
Yes.
We learned a lot. We know what to do now.
Keep us updated, with your future
Project.
work, project.
Okay. Then I'll keep you updated.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So thank you guys and see you next time. Let me see if I'm ready to send the little movie. So thanks Myriam, thanks Michel. And
Thank you, Myriam.
Merci, thank you.
see you
Michel.
soon. Ciao guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Et voilà.
Oh, putain, c'est mal.